So last week I went to the cinema and saw one of the best films I have seen this year, being John Wick 4. I've loved John Wick for a while, I watched all the films beforehand, and it was a very good film. But while I was watching the film, it did give me an idea for a new video, and that's always good. So, ladies and gentlemen, can you beat Fallout New Vegas as John Wick from John Wick? So this run really only has one rule. You must play the game as John Wick and you can use really any weapon. So after waking up in Doc Mitchell's house, it's time to create John Wick. Now, the Fallout New Vegas creation engine for the character is not as good as Fallout 4. Let's not lie here. But it does get the job done, and I spent more time than I actually should have trying to create John Wick, and I think I did a pretty good job. With that now done, it is now time to deal with the special stats. Now I've put 5 in strength, 7 in perception, 7 in endurance, 3 in charisma, 5 in intelligence, 9 in agility, and 4 in luck. For the main skills, we have guns, melee, and explosives for obvious reasons. And for traits, I chose skilled and trigger discipline, as I thought they were probably the most lore accurate ones to have for John Wick. So there are 2 mods in this run that I should explain. The first mod, we have to head to Victor's shack. The mod is an outfit. It's called the Good Suit, and it is basically a suit but has armor and a couple of other extra abilities. Now the second mod I had to use because I didn't want to do it the long way round of getting the power armor perk. The way you get the power armor perk is by helping the Brotherhood of Steel. Now in this run, I'm going to be enemies with the Brotherhood of Steel, and I don't want to do the Remnants thing, even though that's not too difficult. But anyway, so the other mod is you don't need power armor. Both mods will be in the link in the description below, so don't worry if you want to have a play around with that. So now that we've got that out of the way, it's time to start the run, really. With our suit and the weapons we have from the very start, we make our way to Boulder City. Because the Great Khans were there when Benny shot me, they are witnesses to my death, and now they're going to pay with their lives. At Boulder City, I kill the Great Khans that are there, and I also rescue the NCR hostages because I will be doing the NCR story. But it does get a little bit weird, and we'll get into that a bit later. So, with the Great Khans at Boulder City dead, I set my sights on Red Rock Canyon. That's right, all of them are dying. Even though it was only 2 of them, their entire clan is going. And so I make my way to Red Rock Canyon, and I kill every single one of them. With the Great Khans at Red Rock Canyon now destroyed, it's time to go find Benny, the one who actually shot me in the head. So I make my way to the strip, and I make my way to the tops. Now, I haven't got the speech skill to be able to go to Benny's room, but I have enough to pass the first one. I have the lighter from Jessup, and it allows me to use my guns inside the casino. And I get to kill Benny in a way I've never killed Benny before, and for once there was no repercussions for me killing Benny from his guards, as you will see. With Benny dead, it's now time to kill Mr. House. It was his chip that cost me my life, and now I'm going to return the favour. I enter the Lucky 38 and go to Mr. House's chamber, where he lays, or stands in his tube thing? I'm going to say lays. Anyway, Mr. House is no more, with a couple bullets to the head. But you know what John Wick really likes? Weapons. And I need more weapons if I'm going after the Brotherhood of Steel next. And what, by chance, is right next door to the Lucky 38? That's right, Gamora's next. Gamora is next on my shit list. So I enter Gamora, and I kill them all. I kill Big Sal, because you have to kill Big Sal for the NCR to sort of believe you when you say, well, there's nothing going on. And I leave Gamora with much more weapons and ammo than I did at the start. Next, it's time to go and deal with the Brotherhood of Steel. But I may have got a little bit carried away with my killing. So I may have gone and killed Pacer and a couple of the King members. I mean, you know, it was in the moment and I killed them. Okay? There's nothing I could do. I'm only human. I did it. Alright, what you gonna do? After killing a couple of the King members, I head to the gun runners because I want to get myself an anti-material rifle and a couple extra weapons because of the Brotherhood of Steel. I'm only really wearing a suit. It has armor, but it ain't going to protect me from Brotherhood of Steel. But I may have overdone it a little bit because it actually makes the Brotherhood of Steel bunker a lot easier than it should. So, with the anti-material rifle and the explosive rounds, you can basically get through it naked. As long as you hide around corners, you can basically do it. So with that, I'm able to get the free key cards and blow the Brotherhood of Steel bunker to Kingdom Come. And so, yeah, I'm basically almost there with every single tribe, basically. And so, last but not least are the Boomers. Now, I was going to originally help the Boomers with all of their shit, but they actually made me their enemy by trying to nuke me while I was trying to get to their base, and Mr. Wick does not appreciate that at all. So as soon as I got in there, I kind of just gunned them down. I didn't gun all of them down, just the people that were in Pearl's house, the unfortunate people, and then I left because they didn't want to see me anymore. So with the Boomers, the Brotherhood of Steel, Gamora, Mr. House, and the Great Khans and Benny dead, I go and see Ambassador Crocker, who I tell the Boomers hate me, and that the Kings hate me as well, and he's not very impressed by that, but to be honest with you, his rewards are shit. With that, we head to the Hoover Dam. The Hoover Dam to go talk to Colonel Moore, who we basically just repeat that we've killed every single enemy that could stand in the way of the NCR, Mr. House, the Brotherhood of Steel, Gamora, and the Khans. And with that, we now are going to save President Kimball. Correction. We were going to save President Kimball. Unfortunately for me, or him in this case, when I got outside, I decided to wait an hour because I was waiting for Ranger Grant to get his ass up the stairs. I didn't realise that by waiting an hour, you actually forward the quest and the president dies, even though he never arrived in the first place. So that death's on my shoulders, but I'm not going to revert to a save. I'm going to accept this in the timeline, and I'm just going to let him die. And now we move on to the final battle of Hoover Dam. The great fight between good and evil. The NCR versus the Legion, who have been fighting over the dam for many years. A bitter fight to the... the war's ended. It ended in like 5 seconds. I'm not gonna lie, it ended in 5 seconds and 2 rounds from the anti-material rifle. I couldn't go on with the anti-climactic ending. So the Legate just dies to the anti-material rifle. It turns out if you've got gun skill of 100 and sneak of almost 75, and you crouch on a rock and you shoot him in the head, yeah, apparently he doesn't survive that. With the Legate now dead, I meet with Oliver and prove, without a shadow of the doubt, because I don't think there ever was, that you can beat Fallout New Vegas as John Wick from, well, John Wick. Now, as you've probably seen or heard, the challenge was not hard or difficult in the slightest. However, it did give me one of those challenges where it was fun to do because I got to roleplay as the character. It was like with Captain Price and Obi-Wan Kenobi. I was able to actually roleplay as the character and feel that I was the character. And it actually gave me reasons to hate the factions and not just kill them because I wanted to be lazy and not do them. But I hated them for several reasons. The Khans were there when Benny killed me. They die. Gamora dies because everybody kills Gamora. Mr. House dies because it was his chip's response. It was the chip that basically was my death. Brotherhood of Steel. I don't like them. I don't want to do their shit. And the NCR doesn't like them, so I technically had to kill them. The Boomers, because they shot at me first. And then you're probably wondering, you know. The Kings, yeah, that one's on me. I got a little bit bloodthirsty, but, you know. But I do hope you have enjoyed this Can You Beat video. It's been a while since I've made one of these, and I thought I'd make one because, you know, they're not gone from the channel. They're just not as prominent as they were. Who knows? Maybe there'll be another one next week. I don't know. I'm busier than I was a year ago with other things. Life things. Grown-up thing. I'm going to stop now anyway. So I do hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you want to see this stuff again, let me know. If you have any ideas for challenge videos I can do, let me know. If you think of an idea, just look back at the playlist that is in the description and you will basically see the ones I've already done. Anyway, I do hope you've enjoyed this and my rambling, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye!